Hey guys, Kelade here. So you guys have been asking for some Fury gameplay, and right now in the raid I am raiding as arms. So where I do play Fury is in Mythic Plus. Now where I think Fury is stronger in Mythic Plus is especially in pugs, because you don't have to have those like really set big pulls, and you can essentially AoE every single pack at a pretty good value, right? Yeah, you're not gonna beat like the hunters and stuff like that when they have all their cooldowns on a big pull, but you will consistently beat them on most packs to where you should come out to be like the highest DPS by the end of the dungeon. So if you guys check out the end of the video, it does show overall DPS. In this Halls of Summon 14, I do end up with 6k DPS at the end. And there is some of it because I invent theory that comes from the ad itself. I think when I looked at the details at the end, it's around 4% of my damage came from the ads and their contribution. But going into it, the talents I am using are Fresh Meat. This, in my opinion, is a must take for Fury Warriors in Mythic Plus because there's so many new ads. There's so many new ads for you to bloodthirst and target them and get that free enrage, right? Your opener, basically, you can see in the video, is when you have all of your cooldowns, right? You charge Whirlwind Bloodthirst, and then I press Wreck, right? Because I'm using the Signet of the Tormented Kings legendary, right? My Wreck might proc Blazeswarm, might proc Avatar. Either case, both still really, really good. I'll get into more than legendary in a second. Second talent, Stormbolt, CC. You gotta take this from Mythic Plus. I mean, if you're taking double time in a Mythic Plus, I feel like you're just trolling, especially on a week like this where Spiteful spawns. You'll see I actually end up saving my stun for a lot of the Spiteful ads that are on me. The other thing about Spiteful is that like it's actually way easier than it was in the beta. First off, there's like a quote unquote arming time that these ads now have, so it's not as bad. Second off, they seem to, at least when they're first spawning, now like prior target range. I would recommend that if you're doing Spiteful that you do it with 2 ranged and 1 melee, and you being the only melee, but it definitely makes it much easier, right? Especially if you have druids, hunters, mages in there, right? All their roots. I don't think Spiteful is an issue. I think Spiteful is actually one of the easier affixes nowadays. Massacre, I mean, if you're Venthyr, you gotta take Massacre. Warpaint, just overall reduction in damage, right? Especially with Fresh Meat, you're enraged all the time. You should just be taking 10% less damage, right? With your self-healing, with Spell Reflect, you should be one of the most durable people in the dungeon the entire time, right? You don't have pure immunities, but your overall damage taken, reduction, and healing should be pretty good. Now, the level 40 role, you could make a choice, I think, between Frothing Berserker and Cruelty. I go back and forth between the 2 talents based on how easy the key is. If the key is so easy that mobs like instantly go from 80% to 30% to where you're so busy hitting Bloodthirst on new mobs, hitting Condemns on high HP or low HP targets, or hitting Rampages and obviously Whirlwinds, then Frothing Berserker can come out to be ahead. But if you actually are needing a little bit more boss damage or the ads are living a little bit longer, then you should just stick with Cruelty. It's the safer choice. For the next row, level 45, you gotta go with Blazeswarm. It's huge. They nerfed Dragon Roar before the expansion came out, so you gotta go Blazeswarm for AoE content. Also works well with Signet Tormented Kings. And then the last row, Anger Management. Once again, this also works with the Signet of Tormented Kings legendary because it gives you more Rex, which gives you more all of the other procs. Also, it just feels really good to play Anger Management if you can, because you basically get cooldowns literally every single pack or every other pack. Really helps out with your overall like DPS, whether it's on trash or on the boss, right? Even if you use your cooldowns on the trash before, even on the prideful, to be honest, you can still have your cooldowns up for the boss. And looking at some of the other specs in the game and your contribution to the DPS, as the keys get higher, you definitely just pop your cooldowns on prideful, if necessary, right? Like as a few where your cooldowns are short enough to where you should be the person that's popping cooldowns on prideful, and let your boomies, your hunters, your DKs, your mages, whatever, have their cooldowns to burst the boss with prideful, right? Now the biggest thing, right, is the Signet of Tormented Kings, right? So I only have this one legendary because I play arms in the raid, and this is the best rating legendary for arms, but it actually works out really well for Fury Mythic Plus 2, right? So when you activate Blazeswarm, Recklessness, or Avatar, you randomly cast one of the other 2 abilities. Where this comes into play really well is when you go to a mob right away and you hit that wreck and it procs Blazeswarm, right? You're Blazeswarming. Now this Blazeswarm that you proc from the ring is actually longer than the Fury Warrior normal Blazeswarm, because for some reason when Blizzard was calculating Blazeswarm, they used the arms Blazeswarm duration and they reduced that duration. So you actually get really long Blazeswarm durations during this. So really good for AoE. And then after that's over, right, You know, you either whirlwind and you rampage again, and then you blaze storm again with your natural blaze storm, right? And that blaze storm is going to proc a wreck or avatar. Now, the order of things you want to use, the way this signet works or this legendary works, is that you always need to be hitting, whether your arms or fury, you have to get the recklessness or avatar ability cast first before you cast blaze storm as fury or ravager if you have arms at the stat, or if you're playing arms and you have that talented, right? That's always the way you have to do it, because when you proc like either avatar or recklessness by hitting blaze storm, it'll just add to your current duration. But if you go the other way, if you hit blaze storm or if you hit ravager first and you get a wreck or avatar proc, and then you actually hit those abilities, it'll actually just replace the previous stuff. So you always want to be hitting the actual buzz first, and then you hit the actual blaze storm ravager. Now, as far as for fury, you guys can see in some of the pulls I'm doing in this dungeon, right? In my opinion, the best opener, right, especially with fresh meat, is you charge the mob, you hit whirlwind bloodthirst. This will give you one more stack of, you know, whirlwind cleave remaining for when you're done with all the stuff, and your bloodthirst is guaranteed to enrage you, which gives you fresh meat. Now, the instant that this bloodthirst hits, you press recklessness, because recklessness is off GCD. So the instant you hit bloodthirst, then you hit wreck, you can just start blaze storming right away if it procs. And if it proc blaze storm, great, really good for AoE. You just let the blaze storm proc, and then it's gonna actually give you enough rage because it's a recklessness blaze storm. So you 100% will have enough rage to then instantly hit a rampage when that blaze storm ends, and then hit the actual blaze storm, right? So it's like charge, whirlwind, bloodthirst, recklessness, right? Rampage, blaze storm. And then you whirlwind and you start condemning things because they're all basically dead, right? That's the ideal like AoE combo. Now, if your recklessness procs avatar, not a big deal. If you somehow got enough rage, or because you had leftover rage from a previous pull, you can just press rampage and blaze storm there, right? And then you can have a really fatty blaze storm because that's going to have an avatar and a recklessness and enrage buffing it. So that's a huge blaze storm. If you don't have enough rage in that situation, you just generate some rage, right? And then you whirlwind rampage and then you blaze storm again, right? You want to make sure that when you're hitting that blaze storm, it's a fresh new enrage. That's the biggest thing. So that way the whole duration of that natural blaze storm that you have is buffed. But that's it. You guys can kind of see the rest of the fights, the rest of the dungeon. You can see like what I'm doing, what I'm thinking. You guys can't hear my wife, but if I'm talking, I'm trying to talk to the druid, whether it's to root things or help me kill things or silence things. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the video, guys. And as always, feel free to subscribe to see more. See ya. Oh, what? Maybe you just try RNGing better? So for this one guy, that's okay. I got the thingy. Shit.
You think yourself exceptional.
You killed the Spiteful.
But you will learn humility.
I mean, no, there's... Okay, it's not gonna hit me. What, did you knock out the binding drop? Binding? Oh, the other dude. He knocked out the guy's binding, right? Swear to God, that had a binding thing on it, and maybe it timed out. But I think if I didn't move there, tank would have gotten hit by that. Tank? Why? It's not like it gives him anything. Can you interrupt the guy that's on this side? Oh, okay. Nice. None of those by far on me. I'll go. Ignore paying that one. Is this spawn prideful? Yeah. Which one? Yeah. Oh, the tank's dead still? Yeah. Fuck. I thought he was alive, so I went back up in there. He just fell over, or what happened there? He's gonna pop rifle, right? You really didn't pop rifle? Oh, for the next boss, I guess? Oh, I think it's nice to move him out of my way. Nice, pick the right side, poggers. Well, the ground doesn't do that much damage. Okay, doing a lot right now for some reason. He's spawning purple here. I'd aggro there. Oh, it's power fucked with the curse hog.
You think yourself exceptional, gifted, but you will learn humility.
I don't know about this. This is a kind of wasted prideful, right? Doing this. Yeah. You're still gonna waste like 10 seconds on prideful. You're gonna get hit. Or oh, you're close. Wait, actually, do you even need to invis? Realistically, you don't have to invis this. You could just run through it all without invising. What?
Drown in blood. To my side.
Hog.
Flesh is weak. Death from above. You never start, take you.
Do you think it's on bar? It's on that Fury War using a dumpster in the thing? I don't know. I mean, I've never grouped against that Fury War that had it, so. I think it also depends on the pull, but whatever. But that stun thing's so small.
Slay the trespassers. The ground bleeds. Be still, mortal. You will be crushed.
You can try to spam disengage.
You never drown in blood.
I remember how I was able. Wait, what the fuck happened to you?
This cannot.
No idea. Did you just die to the damage? You shattered you into your shit on the ground. Going up there. Wait, is he? Wait, what's the play here? Where's the tank going? Is he on his hiding? I can't really tell what he's doing. I mean, the binding shot really fucked us. Ew. Ew. He didn't die though, right? Fuck. No. Just it's a swirly shell on the ground always. For annoying. You guys ready?
Your penance is at hand.
You see the people that they power infusion the gargoyle? Fuck, we both kicked there.
Their pain shall enlighten you.
Who's that on? Oh, all three of us kicked there.
Their pain shall enlighten you. You must face your punishment. Their pain shall enlighten you.
Well, that's actually good for that hunter.
Their pain shall enlighten you.
What do you say? AoE kill ads? Oh, yeah.
My flock needs me.
We're just killing these ads, right? Kind of sad I have to go kill these random ass ones. But I feel like you guys should have killed those. Damn, so close. What? So much crap on the ground.
You think yourself
Don't play your
gifted,
so bad, sad.
but you will learn.
Well, it's only bad in the. I mean, it's bad in PvP too, but nobody's ever played this shit in PvP for a long time. In Mythic Plus, Fear is fine. Wait, does this eat Grievous tick too?
I tire of your boorish presence. It seems. Be gone, rabble!
Any lusters? Oh, nice.
Out of my way!
What?
Your pride undoes you. I am losing my patience.
Coming to you.
The anima overflows. I have anima to spare.
Impressive, I suppose. Still, I do
Easy
look
clap.
forward to ending your existence.
Or 25 seconds behind the two chests? Oh, if he didn't die there, huh? That wasn't easy to chest.